I have some friends sending me proof that the Quran corrects the Bible with Genesis. As we approach the final patriarch of Genesis, Joseph is sold into slavery and works for the king of Egypt that the Bible calls Pharaoh. The Quran, when mentioning this story, calls him a king. Is the Quran correcting the Bible? Well, first, let's discuss the fact that in the very passages being cited by the Muslims, this king is referred to as both. But why Pharaoh? Is it anachronistic? Pharaoh was a generic term for leader, even before Moses. It means great house. It was applied to any Egyptian leader, but more importantly, during the time of Moses, the term Pharaoh was well established. And just as we do today with the Old Kingdom, all Egyptian kings retroactively were called Pharaoh. It's not an error. It's just the nature of language, and it really just feels like whoever uses this argument is trying to find anything to latch onto and call an error. It's just language and something we do today as well in academia. Now, this message is for my Muslim friends watching. I would avoid using those arguments because not only is it exceedingly petty, but it's pointing fingers with three more pointing back at you. We can go to the same story in the Quran. In chapter 12, verse 20, Joseph is sold into slavery for a few dirahima, which is an Arabic form of drachma. The issue is drachma was not currency until centuries later, and even if we looked at the earliest use for this name, it's still much too late. The earliest use being a name for precious metals. But translators make it worse by implying it's coins, which places it nearly 700 years after Moses, which was already hundreds of years after Joseph. If our friends were to remain consistent, this would be a massive error in the Quran. For reference, Genesis refers to Joseph being sold for 20 shekels of silver, which was a measurement of weight. It was silver weighing 20 shekels, which is more appropriate for the time of just weighing goods to barter. Again, this is only if we want to remain consistent in the argument. To wrap it up, Genesis was written during the same period as Exodus, and it's common to retroactively call Egyptian kings of the Old Kingdom Pharaoh. This argument can be thrown back at them using the same story. It's a bad argument and a desperate argument. God bless you.